Okay, looking at this guitar, you will notice that it is not a Andy Summers Tribute Telecaster, costing $3,000 to $4,000, I think. What it is a Squire by Fender tribute, or no, it's a tribute. It's a vintage Tele SE. I think these suckers retail new for about $500. At least that's what the Fender site said. I got it on eBay, $150. But basically, the reason why I bought this was Fender came out with a tribute Telecaster, the Andy Summers, where it was all relict and looked exactly like the Andy Summers, the guitar that he uses. But what they didn't do was come out with, I don't know what they call it. They didn't come out with a guitar with the same features, but without all the relicking and the huge price tag. So what I wanted to do is take, a pretty low budget Tele, and then modify it myself to have the same features that the Andy Summers Tele has. Now, luckily, when Fender came out with the Tribute Tele, they also published the wiring diagram, which is really what we kind of need to do this project. So a couple things with the wiring diagram. I got this off the web somewhere. And they have all the Fender part numbers you need here. So another web search brought me, basically there's two things that you need, or maybe three actually. The first was the Fender Mid Boost kit, and I can't, maybe you can get the part number there. The Fender Mid Boost kit, this is about $80, but it's also called the Clapton. Sometimes called the Clapton Boost Kit, but it has the main little board here that you need for the boost. Also comes with a couple of pots and whatnot there. Now, what's not included there are a couple of the 250K trim pots. Now, I bought these. I did get these on eBay. The seller, I think, was Ultimate Guitar Parts, or ultimateguitarparts.com or something like that, and the guy sells. Of course, this is his package, straight from Fender, the mid boost kit. But he also sold a Tele, what he called a Tele upgrade kit, and what he threw in the package there, and it was $30. And what he threw in the package with that was a new 5-way switch, but it also had the two 250K pots that you need with the from the schematics. So that I got my two 250K pots and some additional little playthings there. Have my main boost from this kit. Oh, and then an additional 500K pot that I picked up at the store, Guitar Store. I think Guitar. Yeah, I actually got this at Guitar Center, although I'm ashamed to say that I was there. And that's my 500K pot, which is needed here. So anyway, the guitar itself was $150. I wouldn't spend much more. Made in India. It's that Cerdo wood, I guess. Pretty nasty little ding there. Also the cord, the plug, the mono plug, doesn't quite hold, so you got to get in there, and we're gonna replace that anyway. But nasty little eBay seller didn't mention. He did mention the dent and had a little picture of it, but didn't mention that the the cord wouldn't quite stay in there. Otherwise, it's in good shape. It needs obviously needs a tune-up, some new strings and a little bit of adjustment. I'm not fond of the fret height on these. I'd probably go with a little bit of a lower. So again, talking about the vintage, was this Tele vintage SE model. A couple of nice things about it is it does have Seymour Duncan design pickups. It does have the humbucker in the front position and a single in the back, just like the Andy Summers has their setup. So that was a big plus for me. So we don't have to monkey with trying to reconfigure some other configuration. Interesting, it's kind of a reverse reverse setup. I guess most of the teles have the switch up front and the dials in the back. So, but otherwise, you're pretty much your standard made in India Squire Tele. We might have to do a little carving to fit our the mid boost kit in. But we're prepared to do that. We got all the tools and whatnot to do that. So there's our little project. We're going to do a since we couldn't afford the Andy Summers Tribute Tele, we're going to go and try to build our own with similar, if not identical, components. Yeah, I know. Big feature of the Andy Summers is the brass bridge. I know. I'm thinking about blowing the $80 on it, and if I do, I'm not gonna crack it. By the way, for those of you that might be asking. So anyway, this is the project. We'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. On the guitar itself, it's okay. It's worth all of the $150 I paid for it. I think when I was bidding on it, I think I bid up to $250. So I'd say, yeah, it's worth all of $150. So if you can get one for $250, you're probably doing pretty good. If you're spending much more than that, then you better reconsider what you're doing. I already spent, this is $80 in parts here. Most of which I'm of course going to use. So $80 for the Fender mid boost kit, another $30 right there for, and that's another $30 for the Tele upgrade kit, which gave me the 250 pots, 250K pots that I need, and then another $8 for that 500K pot. So, some solder, some time. Oh, and a couple switches. Radio Shack, just got those at Radio Shack, and they were even blue. That matched the schematic there. So I was happy about that. That's just a little joke. All right, so that's it. That's the project, and we'll see how it goes.